Well, good morning, my garden friends. I have a little experiment I want to try. I've been watching so many other worm sites, and you all are trying different things and different little experiments. And I used to look at my worms as a necessary chore. I wanted the castings, therefore, I had to have worms, therefore, I had to clean out the worms, therefore, I had to feed the worms. So, long story short, it was, it was a labor of love, I guess you could say. Well, since you've made it more of a game, which I think is wonderful because now instead of a necessity, it's, oh gee, I get to go out and see what the worms are doing today, or uh, it was only 17 days and I was out there cleaning out the bottom tray, and my husband just said, weren't you just doing this like 2 days ago? So instead of it being a month, I only let them go 17 days. So here's my little experiment. I want to try and give them something that I'm going to make like a little feeding tube for them, and see that if it will actually attract them to this versus food that they will have all around them. So what I have here is I have some coffee grounds in here first, and then I chop my banana peels up. I always do this. I don't throw in a whole banana, and even the stem. I used to give them the stems, and it was so hard for them. I kept finding them months and months later, so I chop those up now into smaller pieces as well. So. Tonight we're going to have steamed broccoli with our dinner. And I like to buy my broccoli in, fresh, and I like to buy it as a bunch because I like to chop off the bottoms and take the skin off. I have Crohn's disease, so even though I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, I really try to not eat all the really heavy portions of it, like the skin on the stem of the broccoli. So that's what this is, and these are the insides, which are really great little snacks. We can eat this throughout the day, like carrot sticks or celery sticks, and they're just delicious. Anyway, for those of you who have the can of worms or the worm cafe or anything inside, you know that if you add vegetables that are, broccoli, cauliflower, any of those, that they are, how do I want to put this politely? When you chop those up, or you leave them sit out, or you put them in your worm bin, it kind of smells like your old Uncle George came to visit, and he kept coming over to the kids and going, ha ha ha, hey kid, pull my finger. And you know what happened after that? Everybody in the room went, ooh, Uncle George. Well, that's what this smells like. So what I do is I take like a small little container. This is just an applesauce container. And I will go ahead and fill this. And then I stick this in the freezer. And I stick a lot of things for the worms in my freezer, but especially something like this. This is just small. And I'll fill up a few of them. And then I will go ahead and I will put that in with the worms. And then I will cover it with coffee grounds, and that way you get a little odor, but within a couple days the only time I ever smell it is if I open the lid to put in some food, which I do every morning when we're having something. And then after a couple days, this is broken down, especially because when you freeze things, you're really creating almost a winter situation for them. It freezes all the cells in it, and gets them to expand. And then when they thaw out, then they really turn back to liquid, and then the worms can dispose of those very quickly. So anyway, this is my little project. Now this is October 20th. of 2021. And so I'm going to finish this and I'm going to freeze it, and then I'm actually going to put it in the worm bin. I'll walk you over there. This is how close it is in my kitchen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little divot here, and then I'm going to put the little tube right in there and try and cover it with coffee grounds and other things. I just want to see if the worms will actually go in there and make it a little cozy home, and whether they, lay eggs or anything like that. Versus, I mean, there's coffee grounds, there's banana peels, there's everything, but it's just strewed all around, versus actually going into something that's more condensed and, like the mother lode. So anyway, I hope you'll stop back. I think maybe another couple weeks we'll check on that, and it might be time to clean out the bottom tray again, or maybe we'll let it go a little bit longer. So garden what you've got. If you see what you like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would be most grateful, and I could come back and see you again. So take care. Bye bye.